Hi friends, Juan the Yarn Addict here, bringing you a tutorial for a beanie. Now this particular beanie will fall in line with the Kindness Matters 2024 movement, and it features one of my favorite stitches, twins in a stitch. And these particular twins are staggered. As you can see, it's on the diagonal. And to just break up the monotony, I went ahead and added windows and a series of single crochets in the middle and at the bottom. And the crown here also has twins in a stitch, but also windows to just give it some air. And this particular yarn is a cotton acrylic blend. This is 50 cotton, 50 acrylic, and this is Loops and Threads Bulky Twist. This is a bulky 5-weight yarn. Now the yarn suggests I use a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. I actually hooked down to a 6. So I used a letter J crochet hook to work this up, and it worked up beautifully. Love this. And so the skein that I used, brand new, it had 153 yards, 140 meters, 3.5 ounces at 100 grams. And this is what I have left. So it is definitely not a yarn eater. And I would imagine you could use a medium 4-weight yarn for this and continue using a 6 millimeter crochet hook. And you will wind up with the same size beanie, if not a little smaller. Now, this beanie will fit up to 24 inches. There is stretch to this. So 21.5 to 24 inches is what this will fit. But if you used a 4-weight yarn, you're looking at anywhere between 20 inches to 23.5 inches. Okay? It's super easy. It's a lot of fun to work up. And again, it doesn't eat up a lot of yarn. It's super light and it's perfect for the season. So let's go ahead and get this started, friends. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, friends, so to get started, we're going to go ahead and create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. Okay, so from here, we're going to chain 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you have your 4 chains, you're going to take the tip of your crochet hook and insert it into the first chain. You're going to draw up a loop and slip to close. So we're going to form a circle here, and in order to do that, we're going to take the tail, pinch it against the chain just like this, pull on your working yarn and your hook at the same time to create tension, and you'll see a circle form right there. Once you have your circle, you're going to chain 2. And the 2 chains do not count towards your work. It just elevates us to round 1. Okay, so from here we're going to go ahead and do 12 double crochets in that circle. So we're going to yarn over, go into the circle, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. I'll do that one more time. Yarn over, go in the circle, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2. I'm going to do the third one silently so you can see what I'm doing. So there are 3. I'm going to continue doing double crochets for round number 1. We need a total of 12. We have 3. We're going to need 9 more. So continue doing this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 1. Okay, friends, so I am at the end of round number 1. I have 12 double crochets in my circle here. And to close off round 1, we're going to take the tip of our crochet hook and insert it into the top of the very first stitch of the round. We're going to draw up a loop and slip to close, just like that. So to begin round 2, we're going to chain 2. And we're going to do twins in a stitch for every stitch in the round. So we're going to go from 12 double crochets to 24 double crochets. So we're going to yarn over and go into the stitch we just came out of, which is right here, and do a double crochet. And then we're going to go back into that stitch with another double crochet. And we're going to repeat that for every stitch in the round. Double crochet and double crochet. So continue doing twins in a stitch for every stitch in the round, and I will see you at the end of round number 2 for a total of 24 stitches. Okay friends, so here we are at the end of round number 2. I have a total of 24 double crochets, and so what we want to do is take the tip of our crochet hook and insert it into the first stitch of the round. We're going to drop a loop and slip to close. There we go. So for round number 3, we're going to do half double crochet windows. To get started, we're going to chain 2, and of course these 2 chains do not count as a stitch. They're literally there to help us elevate to the next round. And so from here, what we want to do is go into the stitch we just came out of, which is right there. We're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, draw up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and go through all 3 loops, just like that. From here, you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to skip the stitch and go into the next one right here with a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into your stitch, drop a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and go through all 3 loops. Just like that. And you're going to chain 2. You're going to skip a stitch and do a half double crochet in the stitch after that one. And so this is what we're looking like. Okay, so continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of round number 3. You're doing a half double crochet, chain 2, skip 1, and then half double crochet in the next stitch. Just like this. Okay, so continue on with that, and I will see you at the end of round number 3 right here. Okay friends, I'm approaching the end of round number 3. You should have a total of 12 of these half double crochets in the round here. And so to finish off, what we want to do is chain 2 and insert our hook into the very first stitch of the round right here. We're going to insert our hook, draw out a loop, and slip to close, just like that. This chain doesn't count as a stitch, so pretend it doesn't exist. Okay, so for the next round, it's a very easy round. We're going to go back to double crochets, but what we're going to do is we're going to do double crochets, twins in a stitch, and twins in the windows, twins in the stitch, twins in the windows, all the way around. Okay, so to get started, we're going to chain 2. We're going to go into the stitch we just came out of, which is right in between my thumbs, right there. And we're going to do twins in a stitch, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, just like that. And from here, what we want to do is twins in the windows, 2 double crochets, going right into the window, just like that. And from here, we want to go into the head of the stitch, which is right here. So yarn over, go into that stitch, making sure that you pick up your front and your back loop right there. You're going to draw a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That's 1. And let's do that again. And there's 2. So twins in a stitch, twins in the windows, twins in a stitch, and now we're going to do twins in the windows. Here we go. So it should look just like that. So continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of round number 4. Okay, so I'm approaching the end of round number 4, and I have 2 doubles to place inside of the windows here. So twins in the windows, 2 double crochets. Okay, so from here, we're going to insert the tip of our crochet hook into the first stitch, drop a loop, and slip to close. So that's what we're looking like. So we have a total of 48 double crochets for this round, and in the next round, we're going to jump to 60. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is chain 2, and this will not count. It's to elevate us to the next round. And from here, what we want to do is go into the first stitch with a double crochet, and then we're going to go next door with a double crochet, and then we're going to go next door again with a double crochet. So 3 standalones, and then twins in a stitch. So 2 double crochets in the same stitch, just like that. 3 standalones and twins in a stitch. And that's going to be the jingle for round number 5. 3 standalones and twins in a stitch. There's 1. There's 2 standalones. And there is 3 standalones. Let me get my yarn right. 3 standalones. And now twins in a stitch. Just like that. Okay. So you're going to need a total of 60 double crochets, and the repeat is 3 standalones and twins in a stitch. 3 standalones and twins in a stitch. So continue on with that, and I shall see you at the end of the round for a total of 60 stitches. Okay friends, so I just completed round number 5. We have a total of 60 double crochets for the round. And so to close off, we're going to take the tip of our crochet hook and insert it into the first stitch of the round. We're going to drop a loop and slip to close, just like that. For round number 6, we're going to do the moss stitch. It's a play off of round number 3, except instead of using half double crochets, we're going to do singles. So to get started, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to insert our hook into the stitch we just came out of. Drop a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and go through both. And from here, you're going to chain 1 and skip 1 and go into the next stitch with a single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, go into the next stitch with a single crochet. And you're going to repeat that all the way around the round for number 6. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next one. Okay, so continue doing that, and I will see you at the end of round number 6 right here. Okay friends, so I am at the end of round number 60. You should have ended in the last stitch before coming to the beginning. And so what we need to do from here is chain 1, and we're going to go into the very first stitch of the round, drop a loop, and slip to close, just like that. Okay. So for round number 7, we're going to work twins in the windows all the way around for a total of 60 stitches. 60 is our magic number. So we are going to chain 2, which does not count. It elevates us into the round. And just use your thumb and your finger here to find the windows. They're small, but that's fine. So what we want to do is go into the window here with twins in a stitch, 2 double crochets in the windows. And once you have your twins, you're going to jump right into the next window and place twins in the windows. And you're going to repeat this for the entire round. 2 double crochets in the windows. And that's what we're looking like. Now as we build on, these little mini windows will open up just a little bit, and it's just a play off of round number 3. So there's some continuity there for those windows. Okay, so continue on placing twins in all of the chain spaces, otherwise known as the window. Twins in the window for every window in the round. And you're going to need a total of 60 stitches. Okay, so I will see you at the end of the round right here. Okay friends, so I'm nearing the end of round number 7, twins in the windows. And this is what we're looking like. Super nice. And so from here, what we're going to do is insert another set of stitches in that last window right here. 2 double crochets, just like that. And so from here, we're going to close out round number 7. We're going to insert the tip of our crochet hook into the first stitch, draw up a loop, and slip to close, just like that. And from here on out, we're going to work twins in a stitch, but it's going to be staggered. So we're going to chain 2 for round number 8, and we're going to place twins in the very first stitch right here. Yarn over, go in there and do a double crochet, and then we're going to go ahead and do another stitch right in there, the same stitch, twins, just like that. And then from here we're going to skip a stitch and go into the next one, and if you notice, we're going to be working on the side closest to our crochet hook always for every pairing. And so we're going to skip this stitch, go to the next set of twins, and on the side closest to our hook, we're going to place twins in that stitch. So 2 double crochets, just like that. We're going to skip that stitch and hop over to the next set of twins and insert twins in the stitch closest to our hook, just like that. If you notice, there's a slight stagger. They're not exactly centered on top of one another. There's a shift. Okay, so continue working twins in a stitch in the stitch closest to your crochet hook. You're still going to need a total of 60 stitches for the round, just like that. So continue doing this, and I shall see you at the end of the round right here. Okay friends, so I'm at the end of round number 8. I've placed a set of twins on the very first stitch there. So to close off 8, we're going to go into the first stitch, draw up a loop, and slip to close. We're going to continue repeating this same pattern here where we chain 2 and place twins in that very first stitch. 1 and 2, and then we're going to continue placing twins in the stitch closest to our crochet hook, just like this. So I am going to do several more rows. I'll be able to tell you at that point how many rows we're going to need. And as you can see, there's a constant shift with the twins. So I'm loving how this looks. Okay, so continue on doing this for round number 9, and when I return, I will have several rows completed, and I will be able to tell you how many rounds of staggered twins we're going to need for our project. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay friends, so we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 rounds of staggered twins. Okay, so once you have 4 rounds of staggered twins, that will bring you up to round number 10. So to close out round number 10, what you need to do is insert your hook into the first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, and slip to close, just like that. And for round number 11, we're going to do a round of single crochets. So we're going to chain 1, go into the stitch we just came out of, draw a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and go through both, just like that. And you're going to do that to every stitch in the round. Single crochets. And you're going to need a total of 60 of them, just like this. Okay, so continue doing single crochets for round number 11, and I will meet you at the end of round number 11 right here. Okay friends, so I'm at the end of round number 11, and there are no more stitches remaining. So we're going to take the tip of the crochet hook and go into the first stitch, draw up a loop, and slip to close. we're going to chain 1, and for the next round, for round number 12, we're going to do half double crochet windows. So let's chain 1 more. So chain 2, and then in the stitch we're coming out of, let's do a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, drop a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and go through all 3. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet in the next. Just like that. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet in the next. So continue doing that, and I'll see you at the end of the round right here. Okay friends, here we are at the end of round number 12, half double crochet windows, and this is where I'm at. I have 1 stitch remaining, so to finish the round we're going to do a chain and then attach the tip of our crochet hook to the first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, and slip to close, just like that. Okay, so from here what we're going to do is we're going to work back into the windows. We're going to do twins in the windows, like we did down here, twins in the windows. So we're going to chain 2, we're going to go back into the windows and do 2 double crochets in every window, just like that. So continue doing twins in the window for round number 13, and I will see you at the end of the round right here. Okay friends, so here we are at the end of round number 13, twins in the windows, just like that. So nice. Okay, so to close off round number 13, let's take the tip of our crochet hook and insert it into the first stitch, draw up a loop and slip to close, just like that. And now we're going to stagger the twins again. So we're going to chain 2, and we're going to insert twins in the stitch closest to our crochet hook. So here are the twins from round 13, and in this particular stitch right here we're going to insert the twins, 2 double crochets. Just like that. Then we're going to hop over to the next set of twins, and the stitch closest to the crochet hook will receive the twins. Just like that. We're going to skip this stitch, come over to the next set of twins. The stitch closest to the hook gets the twins. So you're going to continue doing this, staggering the twins for this next round, and I will see you right here at the end of the round. Okay friends, so I have set the last set of twins inside the last set of twins here for round number 14. So for round number 15, well, before we get there, let's close off 14. Let's go ahead and go into the first stitch of the round, drop a loop and slip to close, just like that. That concludes round number 14. And so from here we're going to chain 2. And then for round number 15, we're going to do the same thing we did for round number 14. We're going to go into this stitch right here, and we're going to insert 2 double crochets. In other words, twins in a stitch, just like that. And every set of twin from round 14, the stitch closest to the crochet hook will receive a set of twins. So right here. That's 1, and that's 2. We're going to yarn over, go to the next set of twins, and go in that first one right there, and do 2 double crochets, just like that. So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the end of round 15 right here. Okay friends, so I'm coming up to the end of round number 15. And so what we want to do from here is take the tip of our crochet hook and insert it into the first stitch of the round. draw up a loop, slip to close. And now from here we're going to do a series of single crochets. We're nearing the end, friends. So we're going to chain 1, go into the stitch we just came out of with a single crochet, and we're going to do single crochets in every stitch of the round, just like this. You're inserting your hook, you're drawing a loop, you're yarning over and going through both loops, just like that. So continue doing this, and I shall see you at the end of the round. Okay friends, so I am at the end of round number 16. I'm going to insert my crochet hook into the first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, and slip to close, just like that. So for round number 17, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to repeat the last round. So we're going to go into the stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through both loops for a single crochet, and we're going to do single crochets in every stitch of the round, just like this. So continue doing this, and I shall see you at the end of the round. Okay friends, so we are at the end of round number 17, and this is what we're looking like so far. Super nice. Lots of texture, lots of holes. This is a cotton blend, so it's going to be very nice to wear in warmer weather. Anyway, so at this point I would try the beanie on, and if it fits, great. If you still feel like you need to do more, you can continue doing these single crochets. And then for the final round, if you choose to, it's not required, but if you want to add like a finishing touch, then you can go ahead and do a round number 18, where we go into the first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, and slip to close. And then what we want to do is chain 1, and then go into the back loop of every stitch of the round and do a single crochet, just to give it a finishing touch, just like this. If you don't need it because it fits, then you don't have to do this. But if you need to because you need to build it more, by all means go ahead. I mean, the choice is yours. You can do another round of single crochets. You can do single crochet in the back loop. It gives it that finishing edge, which is nice. The choice is yours. So for me, I'm going to do single crochets in the back loop for round number 18, just so it has a finishing touch. So I shall see you all at the end of round number 18. Okay friends, I am at the end of round number 18. And so from here, we're going to go into the first stitch of the round, draw up a loop, and slip to close. We're going to chain 2, and then I'm going to cut a tail, and then I'm going to pull the hook away from our work, hold on to the working yarn, and I'm going to smash these 2 chains into the work very tightly. There we go. So it should look like that. And now I'm going to take my darning needle and I'm going to sew in my ends. So to do that, I'm going to flip this over, peel this back so that I'm looking at the inside, flip this over the eye of the needle, pinch directly underneath, pull it out and feed it through, just like that. And now what I like to do is go down, just a few rows there, just to get that knot off the top. Just pull it nice and tight, just like that, so that it's not sitting at the top. It's actually on the side now. See it? Okay, so from here, we're going to do the zigzag technique. So I'm going to go in one direction, trying to pick up fibers going in between the yarn. just like that. Pull through, and then I'm going to go in this direction, pulling different yarns, going in between. Just like that, okay. And I'm going to go back in the final direction. Again, looking for different fibers to go in between. Just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the scissors and trim. And then finally, we're going to go to the center inside here and reveal that tail. And we've crocheted over it, so we don't really have to weave anything. We're just going to yank it nice and tight to close that center. We're going to grab the scissors and trim that tail. Just like that. So nice. Okay, my friends, so that wraps up this beanie. It looks super nice. Nice and bright, airy, perfect for the season of spring going into summer. It's all the things. So if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then hit those notifications to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. It's been so much fun, and until the next one, take care, guys. Bye.